Alcantara steering wheels, very nice to use, but you might be wondering, how do I care for them and how do I clean them? Stay tuned on today's episode. Alright, today we are going to cover Alcantara steering wheel cleaning. This can also apply to Alcantara seats. So basically what Alcantara is, everybody might know the micro suede couches and chairs and whatnot you have in your living room. Very similar to that, but it's a synthetic material, so it's its own thing. Alcantara is actually a brand, so this is a micro suede like textile is what everybody would consider it. So basically what you'll see here is whenever I move my finger across it, the fibers will move with it, and you'll start seeing an outline of where my finger's been. So if you do that and then wipe back through the center, you can see what I'm doing is I'm raising and laying over the pile of the material. This is my first Alcantara steering wheel I've dealt with, and a lot of people might buy a car and realize they think they got like a wore out leather steering wheel, and in all reality it's Alcantara, completely matted down, completely flat. It'll be shiny like this. This is the same area you see me maintenance cleaning today. This is how bad it was in June when I bought the car. It's matted down. You can see there's almost no fiber standing up. It has a sheen to it. This is an extreme case that I had to deal with. Because, some of us eat in our car, some of us don't, but even, the oils off your hands can be a problem. So today I'm going to show you here. This is going to be just a normal maintenance cleaning because I don't really grab my hands down here. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so what this is, microfiber cloth, dampened slightly with just water. Wring it out the best you can. It's just damp at this point. So you're going to go ahead, what you want to do is wrap it around the actual Alcantara, and you're just going to kind of squeeze. What you're wanting to do is slightly moisten the area that you're wanting to clean. So what I like to do is just wrap it around, grab a hold of it, grab a hold of the back side here. What the Alcantara has an issue with moisture if it gets too wet, because Alcantaras, even though they're stitching, you'll see it looks like that's what's holding it on. It is not. It is actually held on with a adhesive. So you don't want to soak it to the point where that adhesive gives away and the Alcantara starts moving around. Just want to get it damp. So now you can see it's darker than it was. So we get a nice dampingness to it. And now whenever I move it, see, you can see the change in the fiber as I run my finger over it. So that's good. That tells me my fibers are pretty well broke up on this part. This is a good example of a light cleaning or maintenance cleaning. If you're cleaning the interior once a week, this is a good way to do it. We're going to go ahead and use Sonax Alcantara Upholstery cleaner. So this stuff's a foaming product, so in a foaming bottle. So we'll go ahead and shake that up good. We'll go ahead and get another microfiber here that's dry. I like putting it into the cloth itself. Good 4 or 5 squirts. Set that over there. Get it rubbed together, and then do kind of the same thing. You're just going to kind of work it into the fibers good. And you can put it on the steering wheel. I just don't like doing that because I like to control how much I'm putting into it. I'll do the fronts and backs. The backs of the steering wheels are always the worst. Make sure you get all up back here, because you can put your hands there and not realize it. Go ahead, now that I've got it good and put in, I'll go ahead and kind of rub it around a little bit here, get it into the soiled area. All right. Now that I got it all in there, I can start to see the foam kind of moving around as I let go. I watch it come and go. So now we got that all nice and rubbed in there. Go ahead and let that sit about, we'll let it sit 5 minutes here. It's not too dirty, so I won't need to. And I'll show you what I do to remove it. All right, and we're back here. It's been about maybe a little over 5 minutes now. So what I do, the idea here of getting this stuff out, You don't want to just leave it in there and let it dry. You want to try to extract it out, because now it has broken the stuff up, all your grease and oils that might be in it. But now what you need to do, just like you're washing your clothes in a washer washes the clothes, drains it, and then it does a rinse cycle. The rinse is what flushes away all the garbage out of it. So the idea of doing a flush rinse cycle would be taking that dampened microfiber cloth and just doing the same thing as how we dampened it. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to go ahead, work it in. And what we're doing is trying to get it to extract that stuff back out. Try to get every spot you can here. Just work it back and forth, and then brush it up and down a little bit. You move the fibers around, try to break anything else up that might be in there. All right. Well, that should do it. Now we rinse that out with our microfiber. What I like to do, use a dry spot of it, and then I'm going to wrap it around and just basically dabbing it here to try to extract as much moisture out of it as I can. Do that all the way around here. In my case, I'm just doing it right here for the moment. See, I'm starting to extract a little bit of moisture here, and I'm using a dry spot of the one I cleaned with, but please feel free. Grab a third microfiber. You want to extract as much moisture out of this as you can. And all I'm doing is just kind of squeezing, trying to force the water into the microfiber. You can wipe back and forth here a little bit, real lightly. And then from there, go ahead and just let it air dry at this point. That's what I would call a maintenance cleaning of it. You know, it's not in bad shape. The pile moves here. All the fibers seem to be in good shape. Broke apart, moves nicely. You can see, you know, it wasn't in bad shape to begin with. This is just what I'm doing as a maintenance. That's how I clean, maintain, and just do a light cleaning of my Alcantara. But wait, you may be wondering, Nate, mine's matted down like yours was in June when you bought the car, like the picture you showed us earlier in the video. Take a look in the description. I'll have a video covering all of that. It's deep cleaning and sanding Alcantara. Please take a look at it. That should help you out. Otherwise, please like and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more content.